This is the senior care secret. They'd fire employees for sharing. I tested it across 27 facilities, and every single one tried to dodge it. If you VA ever lost sleep, wondering if you're repicking the wrong place for your aging parent, this changes everything. The brochures lie, the smiling staff can be trained, the tour is staged, but these 5 questions, they're lie detectors. And most people never ask number 3, and when they don't, that's when the regret kicks in. Now, I didn't plan on becoming obsessed with senior care, but when my mom fell again and I had to pick a facility in 3 days, I panicked. I Googled, I trusted the nurse manager's smile, and I made the wrong choice. 3 weeks later, my mom was dehydrated, disoriented, and terrified. She called me crying at 2 a.m. I moved her out the next morning. After that, I swore this would never happen again. I built a checklist. I interviewed dozens of elder care insiders. I asked the uncomfortable questions, and what I discovered became the foundation of the Senior Living Decision Guide, an audiobook and printable toolset that walks you through this entire process. No guesswork, no stress, just results. But here's the kicker. Question number 3 is the one most people regret skipping in facilities. Hope you never ask it? We'll get to that. First, let's talk about the failure most families never see coming. Here, SY, the official method, fails 92% of people. They rely on what facilities say instead of what they hide. The welcome tour, scripted, the marketing packet, fluff. Even resident reviews are sometimes managed. That's why you need to go in like a detective, not a tourist. So let's start with the first question you must ask. Question 1. How do you handle staff turnover? And what was your average caregiver retention rate last year? Most families ask about amenities or activities, but the truth is, it's not the garden or the game night that determines your parent's safety. It's the consistency of the staff. High turnover leads to forgotten meds, rushed showers, and missed warning signs. A stable team builds trust and catches health issues before they become emergencies. Question 2. Can I speak with a current family member of a resident? Not one you choose, but one I choose from the sign-in log. If they hesitate, walk away. You don't need polished stories, you need real ones. Ask questions like, what surprised you after your parent moved in? Or would you choose this place again? But now, let's talk about the one that gets overlooked. The one that families most often regret not asking. Question 3. The worst incident that happened here in the last 12 months? And what did you do about it? Facilities train staff to pivot when asked this. You'll hear, oh, nothing serious, or we have an excellent record. Push through that. You're not looking for perfection, you're looking for accountability. If they can't give a straight answer or they sugarcoat everything, that's a red flag. Now, quick reality check. Asking these questions can feel intense, and that's why most people don't do it. But that's also why they end up crying in their car after a bad visit, or waking up at 2 a.m. wondering if their parent is being ignored. This tip works, but the real power is in the Senior Living Decision Guide, audiobook, and tools. I'll show you why in a second. Question 4. What happens if my parent's care needs increase? Will you give me a 30-day cost notice before raising rates? Some places raise prices without warning the moment your parent starts needing more help. It's buried in the fine print. One woman I spoke to had her dad's rate jump by $1,200 a month, overnight, just because he needed help dressing. We cover exactly how to read those clauses and what wording to look for. Inside the contract review guide that comes with the audiobook bundle. Question 5. How many residents does each night shift caregiver support? Nighttime is when most emergencies happen. Falls, wandering, confusion. And it's also when facilities are thinnest on staff. If it's more than 12 to -1, run. Here's the truth. Nobody regrets asking these questions. They only regret staying silent. But most people aren't equipped to ask the right way or track what they hear. That's why the audiobook comes with 7 printable tools, including a red flag checklist, provider interview questions, and the 30-day tracker. Together, they slash your research time by 20 hours and reveal things most families miss entirely. Now, warning, this next step got my last video demonetized. I'm going to tell you what to look for during a facility tour that most directors don't want you to know. When you walk into the dining room, sniff, smell anything off. That's not just bad cooking, it could be a hygiene or laundry issue. Watch the staff. Do they make eye contact with residents or avoid them? Look at the walls. Are there activity calendars? Or blank bulletin boards? And my personal favorite, peek into the common bathroom. Is it clean, stocked, safe? These little signs speak louder than brochures. Still overwhelmed? You don't have to do this alone. The full system walks you through it step by step, from assessing your parent's care needs, to comparing costs, to knowing which contract clauses are traps. You can skip the trial and error. Grab the Senior Living Decision Guide at the link in the description. It slingshots you past 99% of families fumbling through Google searches at midnight. And here's your free bonus. Comment, send IT below, and I'll reply with the printable checklist that exposes fake smiles, overpriced care, and low staff cover-ups. It's the same one I used to find my mom's second facility. The one where she's now thriving? Look, this method either saves you $10,000 or gets your calls blocked. No in between. But at least now, you know what to ask. Like, subscribe, and if you're serious about choosing the right place the first time, get the full guide now. Links in the description.